those H's, they have
Okay, you said so. We're
they
live,
cannot
brother.
remove
You
them.
said in Puma Punku, the
Yes,
H's are cut
those
so
H's.
precise.
Huh?
You said the H's is cut so precise in Puma Punku that if
They
you
will
run
still
your
cut you.
finger along it, it'll
It will
cut you.
cut you. Yep. If you find one of the ones that people haven't busted up on purpose, it will cut you. They're basically like those people's version of what you call it. Basically like mega blocks or Legos, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
And then the craziest thing is that they are scattered like a big fucking kid just literally like got tired of playing with them and just kicked them. You know, so like the way they're spread out is literally like if it was a fucking giant playing with them. Oh, and not only that, so that's right there by Nazca, right? Nazca Peru, the Nazca lines.
Yeah.
Okay, so what people don't realize about Nazca though, they that shit you can only see it from the sky. On the ground is just stones. You can't even really tell. But the wildest fucking thing about Nazca though is that right next to it is a mountaintop that has literally, because see, Nazca is not just the pictures of the animals. That's what we drew. That's what humans drew to
You said
attract the
these
attention.
joints, right?
Yeah. Huh?
You see that?
Yeah. Now look. Now see the humans did that, right? The humans did that, but now look at where it's straight perfect lines though, not figures, but actual like the top left, like the top left.
This?
Yeah, that. Well, yeah, but look at the straight line there. There's a mountain there, right in that area, that it's been removed, and it's actually a giant fucking runway. And this mountain has been cut so precise, it's like a magic laser, like a lightsaber, just gigantic, just sliced the mountaintop. They have searched 500 miles in each direction, in every gully. They have searched in every fucking river, and hell, they've searched to the edge of the ocean near there, and they've never found the debris.
I can't hear you. Your audio.
Hold on.
You said they never found the mountaintop.
They no, yeah, the material that got removed,
Yeah.
it had to be somewhere, right?
Yeah.
They've never found it. But now check this out though. But guess
That's
what they did
crazy.
find? Guess what they did find?
What?
Oh, motherfucker, you don't even know, dude. You don't even know what trouble you just got yourself into fucking with me and getting ancient aliens. So
Bruh, I'm telling
hold on,
you,
hold on, hold on.
my
Look, check this
whole
out.
my
All right,
whole
hold on.
point, we trying to launch this cloudy conversations, a cloudy history. It's
Yeah,
like it's where we
yeah. I'm just trying to
it's
clean
where
my
we
little
try to bring
tweets off.
some light.
Can you see me? Because I don't even know what the hell you looking at right now. Like when you look for me. Like I don't know
Hold
if
up,
you can see
bro.
me or not.
Hold up. I got you. Give me a second. You can
I
share
can't.
on your side too, right?
Huh?
Can you share on your side? I think you can.
What do you mean, like stuff that I know?
Yeah, like you could pull up.
Nah, but my shit's gonna be verbal. You run the computer port on that. My shit's gonna be verbal because everything I'm gonna talk about. You know about. But anyway,
Give
so
me
this
one.
mountaintop
Give
is
me
like a
one.
giant
Go
runway,
ahead and
and
talk.
so it's a giant runway. Uh, and it's God only knows how many millions and millions of tons of stone that have been displaced. They've never found it. But here's one thing they did find. They found a pit, right, that was buried and leveled back out. They found a pit, and in this pit, it basically, what it was, right? The ancients came for gold, because gold is everything. Gold
Say
is
that again, bro. I can't hear
the
you.
the ancients. Sorry, I get to talking fast. The ancients came for gold.
Uh-huh.
They came for gold. That's just like kind of like that movie Avatar, where they
Yeah.
go for the unobtainium. Anyway, the
Yeah.
aliens came for
Vibranium.
gold. Yeah, no, that's Black Panther.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's Black Panther. No, you good. So they came for the gold. So in this pit, right, that looks like something wiped out because they got like lidar and all that shit, so they can see like exact like scratches on the ground at a distance, like from space, or like airplanes. All
Yeah.
right. So basically, it's like some like a cargo carrier that the aliens had crashed, and then they cleaned it up the best they could, and then what they couldn't pick up, they dug a hole and they threw it in a hole and covered it up. So they found metal shavings in that shit, right?
Huh?
They found metal shavings, and you know what those metal shavings look like?
What?
You know when you have a really good drill bit, like a brand new drill bit, and you drill something soft like aluminum,
Yeah. And
how you get that really long stringer like the accordion fries, you know, like the what do they call them at Northern Egg Burger? You know what I'm talking about? Like instead of
the spiral fries or whatever.
yeah, but it's like a spiral cut potato chip though. It's not like a curly fry like Arby's, like a thin like a potato chip that never ends. It just swirls. So they were like that.
Like
But yeah. Okay, now check this out though. They realized though when they put current to it, when they put electric current to it, it magically straightens right back up.
oh, like nitron or nitrite.
Yeah, it'll straighten back up. But here's the thing though, they've never that it's actually it's made out of an element that doesn't exist yet. We don't know what that element is because the periodic table is just what we know it as. Like that's why there's blank spaces still. There's blank spaces we know are for sure that are there. We just don't know what they are. But there's more past ours that we also don't know what they are.
Huh.
Because you got to understand, gold is made in the hearts of dying stars. Gold is a dense, heavy motherfucker, so it's made in stars. And the very ancients, not like the Sumerians, but like the Aztecs, the Aztecs and them, they actually wore the gold as a dust for ceremonial, and they actually called it poop. For them, it was poop. It was like God's poop, and so basically, that's what that's they had no use for the shit, man. They had no use for it other than jewelry, and they could have used other shit for jewelry, for the gold instead of gold. So where does it get its value from? It gets its value from the fact that that's what the aliens came for. That's where it comes from. Like they came for that.
Right.
You ever hear the stories of like the people that found like the really big chunks of gold, like one gold pellet found in North Carolina,
Nah,
like in the early 1800s?
I heard about some ancient gold mines in South Africa that's like 2 miles into the ground where they got tunnels. They got tunnels in the ground that looks like it's so laser cut precise underground.
Bro,
something
check
like
this out. Check this out. The village I'm from in Mexico is called Los Llanitos. It means llano is a flat plain, and where our village is literally it's a high flat plain.
How you spell it?
Llanitos, LLAN.
Hold on, brother. LLANITOS.
NITOS.
Llanitos.
Llanitos, Jalisco. So anyway, now I figured our people had been there forever, just a mix of Spanish and Indian. But my buddy Andres' dad, Big Andres, is an 80-year-old gentleman, right? Mind you, 80 years old. He said that our people have only been in that area because it's really rural, like really fucking rural. Like hell, we're on the edge of the state, and that same place George is from. George Barajas lives like less than 10 minutes from me. All my buddies like Roberto and them, Gonzalo Diaz, all them boys, they live like 15 minutes away. We're all in the same county down in Mexico. All right. There you go. Yep. No, that's a bigger Los Llanitos. I'm overlooked. I'll tell you what. You know what you need to look up? You need to look up no. Zoom back in. Look up Cotija.
Man, you really pushing my Spanish, brother.
No. Look. Put on there. Look. COT.
Hold on 1 second, brother. COT.
IJA.
Cojita.
All right. Well, all right. Cotija and put on there Mexico. Cotija, Mexico. All right. Now look at the map. Go to the maps for that.
Bam. Because the next discussion I'm gonna get into is these mud floods.
Check this out. All right, go to Las Tablas.
Right there. Las Tablas, the tables.
Right all right, go to that. Zoom in. All right, now look. Now zoom in. All right, now you see right there, right above it, Agua Blanca, and then farther up, Llanitos Orozco.
Yeah.
There. Now, can you make it satellite view?
Yep.
All right. Now that's where I'm from, right there in Llanitos. See that little, it's like a T? That's where we're from. That's where I'm from, Llanitos Orozco. So anyway, the dude told me that our people, like the modern people, like not modern people, like say they were savages, but like the blended people, like Indian and Spanish, like myself, mestizos make up most of Mexico. They've only been there apparently like 100. I swear he told me like they had only been there like 160 years. They only got in there until in like the late 1840s or 60s. All right. So the village I'm from, supposedly the legend goes that there was a gold mine, right? And but
Las Tablas.
Las Tablas is where Las Tablas is where all the Medinas are from. All
Okay.
the Medinas. George Medina.
I got
That's
you. I
where they're
got you.
from.
We ain't gotta say the names.
But all right. But they know for sure that all right. So this priest that came there like 200 years ago, whatever, 160 years, 150 years ago, there was a stone, a big stone that had the map of the caves of the gold, of where the secret caves were, right? That the Indians used. He destroyed it because people were like being too greedy with it, like it was causing nothing but trouble. But the reason they know that it's not a myth is because where that little bridge is, if you zoom in to the front where it goes to the road, like where the village starts,
Where
there's a little river there, right?
when Las Tablas?
No, Los Llanitos, where I'm from.
Where's Janito?
There's a river. There's a small river that
Is that south or north?
Oh no, right there. Look, right there. Go up into your You got to go up into your left. Right there. Look, right there. Right, you're right in the middle. Right there. Llanitos de Orozco. Go to your right. Look, stop zooming in and just go to your right.
Oh, I got you.
Right there. That T, like you can see that T in the road. So if you zoom in, like by the road where that T starts, there's a river, a small stream, river, whatever. There's a stone there.
Right
it's
here?
a flat. Yeah. So look, there's a flat, wide stone. Yep.
Okay.
Go to your left a little bit. You'll see where that curve is in that road. All right, right there, you'll see a bridge. If you go farther, like come into the village, like down to the bottom of your screen. There's a right there. You see that little tree line that goes across the road?
Right here?
No, up back towards the road.
Oh, right here.
Right, yeah, that tree line right there. Yep, that's actually a little river, stream, whatever. There's a flat stone that's got two perfectly cut circles in it. Like if somebody took like a concrete bore, like you know what they bore concrete with, like a circular bit.
Yeah.
That takes a core sample out. It's like that. It's perfect. But anyway, the Indians used it. They put the gold in it, and they would take another like something special and grind it and turn that gold into dust. That's how they would pulverize the gold, from turning it from little pellets into dust that they would ceremoniously rub on their bodies like the priests would. That fucking stone is in my village, believe it or not. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes.
Damn, bro.
Telling me about it, I've seen it. And but the people that took over the place have only been there 160 years. So the Indians only got displaced out of there 160 years ago.
So what was it before?
It was Indian tribes living in the area.
Okay.
Yeah, like like Apaches and shit. Basically, like Mexican Indians, man. It wasn't just the Aztecs and the Mayas in Mexico. It was
I know it was a whole nation.
Yeah, well, like I'll give you an example. Like near us is Charan. Like I'll tell you what the fuck they call them. Fuck, I'm trying to think. They have a name, but they get called something else. But anyway, that's the area I'm from. That's those Indians that were there. So, and then by the way, if you go back to that village where that road that goes into the village becomes another T farther up. Yeah, right there. All right, now you see the big T right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, you see that long house? No. You right there. Look, no. Go where that T is right here. Right there. Now go to that property right there in that corner to the left and up. That's my brother's house. Zoom in on that.
All right.
All right. You see that square house right there? You're almost touching.
Mm-hmm.
No. Back to your right. That's my mama's house. Man, that's mom.
Trying to put your mama house on blast.
That's my mama's house. And then right here beside it, a little bit up and to the right, is my brother's. And then you see that corner right there? That's where my house is going to be, right there, where you just touch it. Right there, right where you were just at. No, to the left of it.
I got you.
Right there is going to be my house. But that's Mama's house.
Shoot, what's good? We're looking for some gold, bruh.
Dude, they look for gold all the time, but like Big Andre said though, the reason they never find it is because they go out there hungover or high, and they're not methodical about it. Like if you're gonna go look for gold in a fucking area that's a couple thousand acres, your ass needs to keep track of it on a map, like where you've been, where you haven't been. Like when they found a Spanish galleon in like Florida, that you heard about it, right? The people looked for that Spanish galleon ship that sunk with a bunch of gold and silver, diamonds, and all, not diamonds, but
I
like
think so. Yeah.
emerald. The dude searched for it for 25 years, right, before he found it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you realize that on the first week they found the motherfucker, they kept finding they kept up. You ever remember going to the beach and picking up glass that's been in the sand for a long time? You know how it gets smoothed over.
Yeah.
They thought these guys thought they were finding that. So when they finally found the shipwreck 25 years later, like less than a half a mile from there, they realized the whole fucking time that what they had been getting and dumping back into the water was uncut emeralds. Uncut emeralds.
Dang, bro.
So, but luckily he knew where he dumped them. He was able to get a lot of them back. But the thing is, like in the village, everybody's fucked up and this and that and this and that. And but yeah, that's Mama's village right there.
That's what's up, brother.
But the Indians used to get the gold and pulverize it. That's there. And then but back to like what we were talking before about like Nazca and Pumapunku and all that mountain there is literally, dude, you know what it looks like, Novi? It looks like a runway for like a fucking galactic cruiser, like whatever that big ass one is in Star Wars that they blow up, like the drive through it. That really, man, it's.
I see.
Right. Yep. Right there. All right. Where the fuck did that go? And tell me that's not a goddamn runway.
That joint looked pretty level, bro. Give me 1 second, man. I'm if you want to talk about it, definitely talk about it. I can still hear you, but I gotta go get some water. That coffee messing with me.
Okay.
Be right back.
You good? I'm smoking my cigar. You good?
I see you, bro. Yes, sir. My bad, bro.
Damn, you went to the Anacostia River for that, didn't you?
Only the best, brother. Only the best.
I'm fucking with you. I just found out. I just learned about the Anacostia River the other day. That's why I had to say it to you.
What they
Anyway, so this big ass mountain has been removed, right? The top, and it's perfectly flat.
Uh-huh.
They cannot find within like 500 miles the debris from it.
But you
So
said in one of the crevices beside it or something, they found some metal shavings.
no. In the plane below it, in the plane below it, like something wrecked, and they can see that somebody cleaned it up, and then what they couldn't clean up, they dug a pit and covered it. That's where those little swirls you showed me earlier. That's where that comes from. It's a
Oh,
metal that doesn't exist on Earth. We don't know what it is, and they know that when you put current to it, it fucking magically gets straight again, like instantly.
hmm.
So how do you think these aliens do all that super speed travel? Right?
Man, I got an idea about that.
Oh well, look, hey, you remember Man of Steel, the first Superman movie with Henry Cavill in it?
Nah.
You know, come on, bro. It was the first. It was the first of the uh, fucking DC movies. You know, Man of Steel. You know, then they had Superman versus Batman that sucked ass.
Uh,
You know, you didn't watch Superman versus Batman.
nah.
Well, it sucked. But anyway, in Man of Steel was really good. It's about Superman and with his father, but it's a really good explanation that his father gives. He says that was a mining outpost. Earth was a mining outpost for these people, for the aliens, Superman's people. So, but that makes sense though. Like not to say Superman's people did what they did on Earth, but somebody else
The
did.
thing is, bro, if these people had all this galactic technology and shit, how come how come they couldn't just create it? You know what I mean? Create the gold.
That's because they didn't. Like the story of Prometheus, you know, that stole fire from the gods and gave it to the humans.
Yeah.
So then Zeus trapped him to Mount Olympus, and then with chains, and then
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
every morning the eagle eats his liver, like busts him open and eats his liver, and then all day it grows back, and then the next day it happens again. Or like Satan, the story of Satan, that Satan is actually just really a fallen angel.
Yeah.
And then even like in the Bible, it says like that God made us in their image. It's
Yeah.
plural.
Right.
So
Yeah, and then when the Tower of Babel, they started making technology. They was like, let's go down there and scramble their language before they become like us and stuff like that.
well, I think it's like anything. I think it's like when they were going to leave, they had to like clean up. Like they couldn't just. It's like you on a job site. Like if I go do a job, I can't just do the job and leave. Like I'm going to clean up. I'm going to take the boards with me, or take them to the dump, or like take the evidence away.
Right. You think giants did it?
No, not giants, not giants. What I'm saying is, no,
I mean, like
what
I get the concept. I'm
yeah,
just segueing into the next thing because a lot of Native American creation stories talk about how once the heavens was finished fighting, which I guess something galactic was going on,
uh-huh.
they came out. The next thing they had to do was kill off all the giants because they was eating man in our present
Oh,
form
you're talking about the hybrids, the human alien hybrids.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I that that might just be an exaggeration or whatever, because okay, look, I'll give you another, and I know we're jumping around a lot, but here, check this out. So we're 99.997% the same as a chimpanzee, DNA wise.
I'm not.
Well, all right. Well, listen to me. Don't take look. If you take
they say they
$100
say we
bill
also 98% the same as genetically as a banana too. So
yeah, but no, but
one
listen to me.
percent to a
Check this
1% to a
out.
banana, what
No,
2% to a banana, 1% to a monkey, and then 1% to each
no.
other, right?
To a monkey, we're almost nothing different. But
I
look,
can't I can't hear you, bro.
look, to a monkey, we're not that different. If you were to take $100 bill to the bank and get nothing but pennies for it, right? You'd have what? You'd have what, like a you would have
Thousand
what,
pennies, a
a
bunch of
thousand.
pennies. Yeah.
No, you'd have 10,000 pennies, because
Either
each
way,
each hundred.
a lot
Yeah,
of
well,
change.
all right. Well, you'd have 10,000 pennies. The
Uh-huh.
difference in between already, if that 10,000 pennies was our DNA and a chimpanzee's DNA, 3 cents is what separates us from chimpanzees. Now, genes. You know what genes are, right?
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
try to modify for this vaccine.
All right, but look, so the genes evolve. Like like the genes that we have evolved, like from when we were all a single cell organism.
I gotta
The
go get my
genes that
charger.
we've
1
been getting
second.
have to come from somewhere.
Uh-huh. Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm back.
No, you good. So look, so you know how we have all kinds of genes, right?
25.
Some we get from our parents, some we get from our fathers, some from our mothers, right?
Right.
So all these genes can be traced back to, like, we are technically called Homo sapien sapien. We are not Homo sapiens. We are actually Homo sapien sapien. And then we all come from, basically go back to Homo erectus. So all the genes, whether they're genes in your DNA, my DNA, a Chinese, an Englishman's, whatever, they can all be traced back to that, right? To Homo erectus, basically, like where they've been evolving through the millions of years. 100,000 years ago, what they call gene X was introduced into the human race, which is why we're called Homo sapien sapien. And then those 100,000 years, suddenly you have Machu Picchu, you have Pumapunka, you have the you have like the Great Pyramids, like all this, but that gene, we don't know where it came from, and it cannot magically appear. It cannot, like, genes evolve. Like, that's how.
It's the same thing about how bread, like how our wheat in its present form, the gene, the genetic information in our wheat, you can only trace back to 12,000 years, which goes back to when they say we was in Sumeria, something like that, the cradle of civilization in between the Tigris and Euphrates. They said before that, the genetic outlook or whatever of how wheat was different. So they was like, somebody went in and genetically modified wheat to what it is today.
Dude, 12,000 years ago,
and they think that's what the connection is to, like, the Garden of Eden, because they was experimenting with genes and making dinosaurs and all kinds of crazy shit.
Well, look, like the like the Great Pyramids, you know how they say, everybody says they're 3,500 years old?
Oh, nah, they older than that, bro.
All right, yeah, no, you and I know that, but look, they actually aligned them. When they were in alignment with the stars, they were made to replicate.
You kind of muffled, bro. Is your hand on the microphone? Yeah, see, that sounds better, whatever that is. Okay. I can hear your high frequencies.
I got you. They're actually apparently like 12,000 years, 15,000 years old, because that's when they, like, 10,000 years ago is when they were last, like, perfectly aligned with the stars that they're replicating, because it's a map, right? And remember what we were talking about how they made them and this and that? They found ducks in there, right? The Great Pyramid the Great Pyramid of Gaza is actually a power plant.
Yeah,
that's why the chambers are for, and it sent that power back to that. So the power, where the stars they were sending that energy back to, right? There's a tribe in Africa that has it almost looks like like those double keychains, like that you can hook easily, key rings. Like, there's one that's like an S, and it's got you can put like keys on it, and then you can hook it on your pants real easy. I got one. I ain't got it on. It's like an S, right? It looks like an S, like a weird S. So these Dutchmen were the first ones to contact the guys and not get killed. And so this African tribe in northern Africa, by the way, like in Libya, they have been replicating this. And they're the ones that wear they're the ones that wear the masks. You know what I'm talking about? They wear the really weird masks.
Maasai?
Like hand carved out of wood in Libya.
Are they the Maasai? Well, a lot of tribes wear masks, but
but
I don't know.
They're very famous for it, right?
Okay.
They replicate them. So it turns out, right? Check this out. So these guys took in the late 1800s. They took a picture of this in the late 1800s. And they did not discover this until like 2003. So when they got a better view of that stars, there was a gas giant that acted funny there, right? And so it turns out that thing that these guys had, and they've had for thousands of years, actually is a map showing the rotation. It's a dual star solar system. Like, imagine if we had two suns instead of one.
Oh, you talking about the Dogon?
And so that kind of the Dogon, yes, sir.
Yeah. So it had the spiral of Saturn, Sirius A and B, with it had this spiral, and how like they guarded it for like 10,000 years, and the scientists broke up.
So it turns out that
yeah, brother.
That's it. Yeah.
It had the spin of Sirius A and B. And then in their myth, it even had the third planet or the third black hole or something like that. But you can't see it with the telescope, but in their creation myth, they said these people came from this place, went into the water as dolphins, came and taught. Makes me think about how the Pope, the Pope's hat. Yo, watch this though.
Just don't put no scary shit on there, man. I don't like watching nothing scary.
Hey, man, what's scary, bro? Fear don't exist. You and me made out of God.
No, like no,
you see that,
I don't like
right?
like horror shit.
Okay. You born on Halloween, scared of horror stuff. That's that's cute.
I get paranoid.
I dig it, bro. There's no reason, but see his hat, right?
Yeah, well, that one red one looks like he stole it from Woody from
Well, that hat's like supposed to be, Woody. That's supposed to represent Saturn in the Saturnalia aspect of how they used to worship Saturn before they created the. He's paying homage to that. Some issues with my audio. 1 second. Hello, check. You can hear me?
Oh shit! What's the?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Police riding somewhere down the road.
Hold on, bro.
All right, so what about the hat?
All right, give me a second.
No, you good?
All right, so there you go. So the Dogon story.
Right, give me 1 second. I'm hold on. Let me get back. So I was just checking my message to make sure my wife. All right.
I'm gonna see if I can get this sound to work better.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
See that ancient Babylonian, the Pope with his thing. They trying to tell you something, man. You see that, right?
You know what, dude? I've never looked into that, and I've never seen nothing about it. But you've actually
give me 1 second, brother. I gotta. I'm gonna blow this wide open. I gotta get my audio straight though. Video.
You know you're gonna have us up until 5 a.m. talking about this, right?
Nah, bro. Well, this was supposed to be a test, but it'd be like that.
Bro, you don't understand, motherfucker. Not only because it's you, but because you're going into a topic I really, really enjoy.
Hold on, man. Check.
Bro, I'm home, bro. I'm good. I ain't got to worry about shit. I'm good. You take your time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he looks like a creepy motherfucker in that top left one, though, right there where he's smiling with that hat on.
Yeah, because
that bitch looks like an alien right there.
They was out there adopting children against their will, him and Mother Teresa. It's a whole thing.
Hey, click on that right there. What is that right there? What is that right there with the letters on it? Where you were just at, all the way to the right? No, all the way to the right. Yeah, what's that about? Yeah.
You can.
Can I see that bigger so I can read it while you get? Can I read that while you get bigger? Are you good?
Yeah, you go ahead and read it, brother. 1 second, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, I can zoom it. Oh hell yeah, all right. There's instructor man letters experiences.
Check.
Yes, sir.
You can hear me? Oh yeah. Cool. We back. All right. So yeah, you go back to the Dogon. So I'm connecting this to the Dogon story. So I think the Pope know his history, because if you look into how the science, and I call it a science because it's all about stars and getting yourself right and whatnot. You see how right here it says the earliest instructor of man in sciences, arts, architecture, geometry, all this stuff. His name was Oannes, right? So then you look up the name Oannes, Oannes, I think, right?
Yeah.
So and that's Mesopotamian mythology, right?
Yeah. Hey, click on that 4-minute video so we can. on that 4-minute video
Where
on Oan, so we can see you right there to the left.
this
4
joint?
minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, it says something. I can't read all of it, but I can move it. Okay. Oh, the return of Oannes. No, don't click on that. Then fuck that.
Clicking that shit. So here you go. Oannes, the extraterrestrial god who gave his information to humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Sumerians. So when you go into also, because we talking global civilizations, right? FEATH. Serpent.
Mm-hmm.
The feathered serpent in in the ancient cultures. This guy. This dude. I think that was Oannes too, because he went to Mesoamerica and was teaching them too. See what I'm saying? Quetzalcoatl. I think that was the same dude. So Oannes. But let me go back. So that's a connection to America. So now if you go to the Dogons.
Yep, that's them.
And then
that's
you
them.
got the Nemo, I think.
You know how I know that's them, because you know the guy right there on the right. And I know why, by the way, we're not always on the same page, because I didn't realize I could zoom in and out. But the one with the weird eyes on it.
Where? Right here?
Yep, right there. You see what the guy on the very left in that picture you're clicking on?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that the way those eyes are. The Dogon, that's the ones I was telling you about. They got that like double basically it shows where the two stars orbit each other with around a black hole. That's them, yeah.
And you see this shape too, right?
Yeah.
That's a good shape to know. That's actually on the inside of your brain.
That's the double cross.
Yep. Shoot, man, I didn't know you was researching like this, bro. We could have started this show a long time ago.
Shit, dude, I love this shit. The thing is, I haven't had time, man, with a family and all this and that, dude. But
gotta make time, man. Keep your mental health, brother.
Yeah, but look, you see, my thing is, I don't like to watch reality TV. I like to watch, like, I want to learn something. If I'm watching something, I want to learn something. Like, I don't give a fuck about sports stats and you know, fucking all-star players and fucking singers, and I don't give two shits about that.
I'm trying to show you the spiral. Here you go. So this was on the cave wall. Mm-hmm. I think it looked more like this one. There you go. So this is what was on the cave wall. And this is the actual path of Sirius A and B. Now, they knew this maybe 20,000 years ago, and they had a priest protecting this information at the deepest one of their caves. A German dude broke up in there, and then he took pictures, I guess. And now, once we discovered Sirius A and B, we realized that it actually looks like this. And also, it looks like the helix of the human DNA chain.
Yeah. But another thing, though, the scientists were guessing what was going on, but it wasn't until 2003 that they were able to get a deep view into it with a satellite, with I think the Hubble, because they got so many things they want to look at. Right. It wasn't until 2003 that they confirmed it. They suspected it. They confirmed it, and I still haven't seen that symbol for the Dogon though. The Dogon symbol was like almost like a yin and yang, but it was like a egg shaped, not round but egg shaped.
Well, that's they mythos. They say we come from a cosmic egg. Dogon egg. Matter of fact, I'll show you.
All right, now how do I show you shit? How do I look for stuff?
Give me one segundo, friend. Are you talking about this one?
Sorry, wiggle your thingy. I can't see where you're at.
This one?
That one? Nope.
The egg, the cosmic egg.
Nope.
But from that egg, we get these other imageries that the founders of our nation start using for their Masonic stuff.
Yeah, no. Now, how do I show you something I want to show you?
All right, give me 1 second, bro. Make sure you got the share screen. Bam.
I like how you got a badass background and all you see is like my yellow cabinet behind me. By the way.
It be like that, bruh.
When I learn how to do that, I'm gonna have Flavor Flav standing behind me the whole time.
Flavor Flav. Ah! Well, there you go, bro. See if you can do the screen share. You got a little button that say screen share?
Mute, stop video. Oh, share. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then it'll go right to your tabs, I believe. Or it'll show me whatever's on your screen.
So, well.
Yeah, if you want to preset it up, pull it up and then switch it over.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna put Google in the search. Can I do that?
Cool. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, because I mean, you kind of caught me off guard. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing for real.
Shoot, man, this joint tight. That's what's up, bro.
Dogon.
Hey, look at the homie typing.
Hey, don't laugh at my slow type. I'm fucking with you.
Nah, bro. I think that's another real aspect of it. Because while we having a conversation, yeah, we typing in stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you that anybody can go and search this information. Oh, there you go. You just passed it right there. The little symbol. You see that symbol, right? With the what you call it?
Now, how do you
like the spider symbol? I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
What symbol are you talking about?
The spider symbol. It's like the little spider symbol. It's like at the top and bottom. Second one from the top right. Third one from the top. Third one from the right at the top, and then the one in the middle at the bottom.
Yeah, but that's still not it. That's still not the one I want to show you.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
What was that stars we were talking about? I can't remember them.
Sirius.
Like, don't laugh at me going to Ancient Aliens, but
that's all good, bro. I mean, they got the money for to do all this kind of research. Again, I think when it could be credited to just an older earthbound civilization, they say forget it. Let's just call them aliens. Which no disrespect, of course. I just think credit what credit's due. If we always been on Earth making stuff work on Earth, then technically, we ain't from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean.
So if it's really aliens, then really that's us.
I think it's shit. Hold on. I think it's more of
there you go. I saw something about the Moai in Hawaii. I was gonna later on we can connect that because you know how the Spanish was like they was waiting for the white-haired, red-haired gods to come back. That's why they welcomed the Spanish in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's a creation myth that talks about how these red-haired giants went through and was like making stuff happen for these more indigenous civilizations. Now, if you go to like Easter Island, you'll see some of the Moai figures, and some of them actually have like red afros.
Where's that at?
I'll show you in a second. So the Moai, you can type in Moai, Easter Island, red afro. But we can go there later, man. I'll make a note of it. But what you talking about this helical rising?
So the symbol they had. Hold on, let me go back to Zoom. I'm lost now for a second. Hold on. The symbol, I'll have to look it up. See, let me stop the share. Now let me start the share again so I can go. Let's see.
What's this?
Here we go. All right, here we go. This should be it. All right. New Hubble observations of the Sirius system. All right. So I think they didn't realize one of those stars was there. They guessed on it. All right, Sirius, popularly known as the dog star, is a V magnitude star located in Canis Major. All right. Sorry, let me scroll up to where I want to show you. There was that symbol that tribe in Africa has, and it's their holiest thing. They thought that's kind of how it worked, but they weren't sure until 2003. So this is what this crap's supposed to be. Sorry, dude. I know it's
No, it's all good. It's all good, brother. Like I said, it's all about discovery. It took me a whole lot longer to get through to this point, so we can oh God.
Let's see here. Hey, I'll tell you what. Hold on. Can you still see can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh
no, I can't. No, I cannot. Let's see. You can see me though, right?
no, because I'm just on my regular shit right now.
Okay, now do you think?
Because it's the Dogon.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them this joint real quick, brother, while you're looking that up. So the Moai figures, these joints. Have you seen this before, right?
Hold on, let me go back to you. Yeah, they're like some of those are on Eastern Island.
Yeah.
And
so
they have
you see how they got these red afros, right?
Yeah.
That's a key point to note because you see again red afros here. Right? And they say that these were the ancient kings.
Oh well shit, there's a big ass fat roundhead in Mexico, in southern Mexico, that's the size of like a house.
The fat roundhead, you talking about the Olmecs then?
Yeah.
And out there in Mosquito, Mexico, these joints?
Yeah.
In Costa Rica too, I think. Well, it was like off the coast of Cuba, they got pyramids in the water.
Yeah, that's because 12,000 years ago it was a lot more ice, so the water level was a lot lower.
Yeah. Oh shoot, this is about to mess you up, bro. You know what happened, right?
What?
Asteroid came and dried and made everything go away. Or meteor. So Shitpot Crater, that's out in
Where's that at?
In Arizona.
Is that the real famous crater?
Nah. That joint's a mile big. This one's closer. Matter of fact, I'll just go to that one. A meteor crater. Mm-hmm. AZ crater. Crater. What are you talking about this one?
That's the one that I've always seen, but I don't know anything other than that.
So look, bro, I'm gonna show you something. So that's where we at, right? Hold on. So this the crater. You see it?
That's a big motherfucker right there.
It's a mile across.
Uh-huh.
You see that?
Yeah.
All right. So look, about 12 to 15,000 years ago. Shit, another one is over here. Oh, here's one. See, I be on these maps, man. You can see a lot in the land. That looks like something.
Yeah.
So anyway, a lot of, what's this one? So rodent crater. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it because you got all these other little craters that scattered about. So you got another one here. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So look, this asteroid came, and I'm gonna tell you how it came. Look, the asteroid came. You see my mouse?
Yeah.
The asteroid came in from space this direction.
Mm-hmm.
It started dropping shit right here, and it made these two craters, and then it kept on going, and then it made this lake over here. The Great Lakes wasn't the Great Lakes. So I'm gonna show you real quick.
Well, shit, the Chesapeake Bay was made by an asteroid too.
Yeah, the Chesapeake Bay crater. I think we covered that 2 weeks ago, or a week or so ago. So here's a crater up here in Quebec. You see this joint?
Yeah.
This circle right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
Well, shit, the chunk missing out of Belize in when you go past southern Mexico. That's like it looks like a semicircle cut out of the earth.
Great Blue Hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. But I think, yeah, here you go. So I think the rim of the crater is up here.
Mm-hmm.
The old crater is like either here or here. I'll look it up.
So you mean now that you look at it like that, though, the two lakes, the lake going into Michigan and the lake in Lake Huron.
How you spell great? Great, Great Lake.
Yeah, Great Lakes.
Where we at? Chicago. Funny thing about Chicago, there was a fire that happened in Chicago in like 1910 or 1810, one of them years.
Yeah, 1810, I think.
Yeah, the Great Chicago Fire. That came because we cycled back into the debris stream of the one that caused the ice age to melt so fast. So we went back through that in the 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why they depicted these ancient cave paintings of like the Taurus bull and stuff is because we would go through that. You see what I'm saying? We would go through that stream in springtime, and then we would go through it again in October in our orbit around the sun. So they was like, it's like the horns of the bull. So they put that in the depictions and stuff so that we will remember. We all have this ancient genetic memory of cataclysms happening from the sky. And in North Chicago, the Great Chicago Fires, it was like a plasma discharge or something. It came. They said it was sheets of fire 5-6 miles high. You could see it across the river. They was out here. Fires broke out here. Fires broke out here, and I think a fire broke out up here. But the people over here was like they could see the flames in Chicago, and they said in order for you to be able to see the flames across this distance, they would have had to have been like 6-7 miles high. You see what I'm saying? So for one thing, house fires don't get 6 miles high. They think we went through an aurora, like like an acetylene torch, like a blowtorch. Like at the backs of comets is like a blowtorch. They say it's a dirty snowball and all this other stuff, and it's not the truth. Comets are electric, and you can prove it by how they light up as they go past planets, or they'll light up other planets. I think a comet went past Mars, and Mars lit up like it was green. So that shows a kind of electrical interaction between the two, right? So if you go to, I'm gonna type this in. Great. I can't spell great. Great.
Yeah.
Chicago, Chigo. Shit go fire. I can't spell. But it's all good because even without spelling, you can find this information.
Wait a minute. Isn't the Great Chicago Fire the one they blame on a cow knocking over a fucking
Exactly.
landfill?
But how could a cow knock over stuff here and you got the different flames at 3 different other cities at the same time? You see what I'm saying? They said a cow knocked over a kettle or something like that. Then it started the Great Chicago Fire.
Well, see, it's funny.
Not only that, but the buildings was melted into the ground, bro. Like those bricks got so hot, some of the buildings' foundations was melted into the ground. You see what I'm saying? So that only stuff to do that is like acetylene torch, plasma fire, you know, high temperature stuff. So they was like, we went through that, and you can tell how the water too did something. I'm gonna show you the Badlands. Give me a second. I gotta get up here. I got South Dakota. I don't know.
Yeah, because isn't that a park?
What do you mean?
Badlands, isn't that like a national park or some shit?
Yeah, but they got. I want to finish this thing. Chicago Fire. FIRE.
Yeah, we're
shit go.
You're missing the CA in Chicago.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do this like this. Bang. Nope, that ain't it. CHICAGO.
Yep. You're gonna have to put Great Chicago Fire because that's a TV show.
Right. Same way how you can't look up Disney Frozen and see Walt Disney's head no more. All right. So Great Chicago Fire images. Like, bruh, look at this. What kind of cow kicking over stuff do stuff like that, bruh? Look at this. October 8th. So that's the date, October 8th. That's when we cross through the Taurus meteor shower. Every year we go through that meteor shower around October and then around the time of Taurus. So that's what that whole.
Yeah, but look, funny you say that because look at that picture. Look at how high them flames are shooting up in that picture. Yeah. There is no way in hell them flames are going to shoot up 100 feet in the air, 200 feet in the air.
I mean, bruh, miles. They said it was 5 miles up. Look at this.
Yeah, but even in the depictions, look how big the flames are. Even in the, like those flames, look, them ships right there are not little canoes. Those are big ass.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. And then you should look. Have you heard about the star forts and stuff?
No.
Bruh. So look, we got these ancient star forts.
Now, what is that though? You kind of got me lost there.
Star.
You mean like for people to move like or like actual like defensive positions?
No, we got these ancient star forts all around the world that's older than history. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got these joints, these little star forts. But what's crazy is you got them in Chicago, you got them in where we was at, you got them everywhere. And they think that this is indicators of an old civilization. Yeah, I'll show you. So you got these star forts, right? So I'm gonna go to St. Louis.
No, it's L-O.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. Louis.
No, you get O-U-I-S.
All right. Yeah, here you go. St. Louis. You see how in the ground, like you got these forts. They're forts.
All right, and who built that?
That's what I'm saying, bro. So people think it would have had to have been. Now, these joints was up and popping at the same times that the Incas and the Mayas was greeting the Spanish for the first time in South America. So if these joints was already up, and then when the Spanish came, they repurposed the forts. When the people came from Portugal, they repurposed the forts. Like in Texas, you got them.
Mm-hmm.
These ancient joints, right? Or I think the star forts connect to the mud floods and I'm stay with me. Remember I told you about the Great Chicago Fire and what caused it? Before that, I think we was on like this. So they think that the Tartarians, so this place.
Yeah, Russia.
Huh?
Russia?
Yeah. So some of the old Russian architecture looks like this. You see that architecture like that?
Mm-hmm.
Mud flood buildings. Bam. Yeah, so this old architecture, you see this, right?
Yeah.
So this is something, I think it's Corinthian style or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is older than the Greeks or the Romans would have had dominance in their whole, what you call it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got, I want to find one that shows, all right, so look, you see how this building is halfway sunk into the ground down here?
Yeah.
A lot of places that was hit after that comet hit, like we had like landslides and all this other stuff, right? It took out a whole lot of ancient construction that was already here, and we just built on top of it.
Shit. Okay, I'll show you something in a minute.
So like from the 18, but this is like, so 1800s, right? So 1890s, 1800s. So 18, any building from, it would have to be 18, before 1880. If you have record of a building before 1880, chances are it was already there. Like I'm gonna go, one of my homies, he do a joint on here. He got a better presentation than I do. I'm just trying to auto dietetic, auto dietetic. It's when you teach yourself how to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But he got these videos where he talks about stuff. Oh yeah, he like John Levi too. So John Levi, he does some other stuff, architectural.
Now, I think is it muted?
Yeah. You can hear it?
I'll leave the link to her blog in the description.
Yeah.
These are all shots from the world.
I gotta find it. So I go back to the Giants too, because they got books that are like bigger than me.
As big as this one, but the
like
same.
I think Giants was real.
Couple of years, etc. Where you have, you have the sort of,
hold on, bro,
leafy, floridy flower.
We'll find you one. Oh, matter of fact, if you look at this one, you see this right here, Giants.
Things at the top. This is sort of like,
this is a very good presentation,
palm
brother.
tree, a bit of an extension, but
I'm gonna go to his channel. We go to videos. Tartaria. Let me see, brother. Because he had a video on here that showed some of the ancient architecture that existed before, quote unquote, slavery times and stuff, before they tried to tell us that whole story. Yeah, maybe this is it. But the connection is the Star Forts. And then if you go to like Mexico City.
Yeah, that's what I was going to show you.
Mexico City has some of the same architecture. So it's like, how come the same architecture, let's put pyramids aside. So how come the same architecture that's in Mexico City is also in some of the oldest places in Russia? Is also in some of the oldest places in Kazakhstan and all these other stands. You know what I'm saying? Man.
that could be described.
Gotta find it though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna type in John Levi. Yeah, this dude, he is. Oh yeah, here we go. We got the Star Fort video up. Give me a second, brother. Oh, in Rome, they say Rome, some places in Italy is bigger than it should be, a proportion for giants.
What simply people of Tartaria. And whether one is existing all throughout this realm.
Here we go. I'm gonna play this section for you, brother. You can see it.
The reset is an idea that we have clues of past and much more magnificent civilizations than our own existing as little as 200 to 400 years ago, based on the architecture and layouts of our cities and forts, which in past times were called bastion forts and what we call star forts, existing all throughout this realm. Things that we can't replicate today and really not being hidden at all, just given ridiculous stories on how they were created and in modern times being repurposed for many different things. One being the pedestal for our Statue of Liberty.
Yo, you see that, bro?
And in other instances,
that's
being
crazy.
backfilled with dirt and turned into golf courses. But back to the reset. Does the reset matter? And if you're interested in survival, I suppose it does. And if you're interested in simple history, then it does as well. To me, it is clear there is a reset, which seems to be every 400 years. And it seems to involve water and fire. Oftentimes, the fire being a byproduct of what seems to be a plasma electrical discharge.
Keyword, plasma electrical discharge.
Our realm,
reset.
Causing canyons and melting cities overnight. And in other cases, we see the results of massive flooding. And not only flooding that came from oceans in a horizontal direction, but waters that came from beneath, pushing up and displacing the land and causing new and varied elevations. In many cases, causing what we call mud flood to seemingly bury the lower levels.
They built over top of whole cities that was already there.
Completely burying cities entirely. And we can see examples of this found everywhere. And this leads right into mud flood. The mud flood is a mystery to us, many different theories coming from all angles. And again, this could be the result of water, or it could be the result of this plasma discharge, this superheated event that renders matter and formerly buildings into what now looks like mud. And we see this everywhere, especially in the North American Southwest. But in many cases, we do see mud flood in major cities with no sign of any heat damage. And when we look at these cataclysms with mud flood and plasma discharges pertaining to resets, the big question, once one begins to wrap one's head around this notion, is how do these resets occur? Are these a product of man?
Here we go, bro. This one, I'm happy he put it in the video.
But it deserves its own video.
Full circle. You see? So look, you see this brick right here?
Yeah.
That's a dead giveaway. Cause stone don't shatter like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they, you know, the theory is that they probably poured the stone or heated up the stone. Reason why the outer face has like a hot glaze varnish to it, but the inside is still, what you call it? They think they laid the stone and then they heated it so that it would melt into place. But I'm gonna play the video.
It's reminding me of a
look at that. You telling me people with sticks and didn't know how to farm. So these some of these places is older than the Mesopotamian myth of civilization, of when we learned how to farm, when we learned how to do toilets and everything, right? These joints was already old, ancient by the time that happened. So it's like, how do we get up top here and do that? Like, how do we do that? You see what I'm saying? And that goes back to your laser cut thing, like the Nazca lines. Whoever did it had the same technology.
Now look, stop your share. Let me share something.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. All right. We're talking about Mexico. Look, check
shout
this
out.
out.
Yeah, take us to Mexico, bro. But shout out to John Levy, man. He's
Well, I never heard of him, but I'm definitely gonna look at him. Look at him now.
He's got like a Prozac kind of voice, but I think, you know, because once you know, I guess you just know. He's like, all right, let's gonna crazy today. Right. But it's good, man. I'll be up here hype watching these videos. I'm like, what? And then that connects other stuff, because my whole thing was the giants. It's like, it's no way a normal sized person could move these stones, but if he was a giant, it'd probably be like using Legos, you know?
All right. This is gonna blow your mind. So they found this in 1972. They were doing construction. They found this and they actually started knocking shit down. So
what was it?
All right, hold on.
But the whole thing is the Aztecs found that city, right?
No, they built it. They built it. But here's the thing, though.
But they found something. It was like when the snake was in the mouth on the cactus and the green grass grows all around and around. That's when we can build the joint. That's when we can build our city. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a story when it stood upon a cactus.
Hold on, I gotta redo my share because this shit. I gotta learn how to do this a little bit better. But no, not damn.
All right, bro. For a first run, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, let's see here. And one thing I noticed is that my phone isn't acting 100% as we're talking and trying to show this either.
That's all good. I gotta get my man Victor on here. He was telling me how he was doing some mining work out in Utah, or he knew some people that was doing some mining work out in Utah, and they dug into the ground like 2-3 miles or something like that, and was finding metal and like metal tools and all kinds of old stuff. Yeah, and the tunnels. Don't get me started on the tunnels. You heard about underneath the sun and moon underneath the sun pyramid or the moon pyramid? One of these joints, they found like a whole chamber of liquid mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say the causeway, that black rock, is like a mica or a silica. So they think it's like it has a whole electrical component to it when certain things line up.
All right. See, I don't know why the fuck it keeps wanting to do that.
But tap that top link.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So anyway, so they were putting in gas lines. And so suddenly a guy with a jackhammer finds a fucking big piece of stone and stops and tells the supervisor. And so then it turns out to be, that real famous like 10-foot diameter Aztec calendar.
Yeah.
That's what they found. So now remember what you're talking about. You made a really good point about how stuff's built on top of stuff. So the Aztecs were only there supposedly for like not even 1,000 years,
Well, that's
right?
long enough. I mean, you can tell the stones are smaller too, so they probably did build that.
Yo, no. But the thing is that the real famous temple in Mexico that was they only have pictures of because it was knocked down to build Mexico City. So they found it in 1972,
Hmm.
right? And they built the cathedral on top of it, right? All right, so Templo Mayor, this is what I want to show you. So this thing has 7 layers, right? The original temple was literally like 6 feet tall, like a little itty bitty pyramid. And so these people supposedly in like 600 years, because they only started in 900 AD and they were before 1500 AD. So in like 500 years, they supposedly built 7 temples, and so it doesn't add up. But this
Right.
thing, let me show you. Like they got a picture of it where it shows all. It shows. Hold on, I'll tell you what. Now, why won't it let me go back to Google? Like it won't let me just click the back button.
You got another tab or something like that?
Uh,
Is it a double swipe situation on your phone? 2 fingers to the left or right?
no.
Oh no, man. Technology crazy.
Yeah, but funny that it doesn't work right now, and funny that a lot of the videos and
The
links.
New York Times, you wouldn't get that image anyway. You need like some local joint from Mexico. They'll probably show it.
All right, videos.
You gotta get off that Google, bruh.
Yeah.
In fact, I can try to Google it real quick. And it's funny,
No.
Google means search, but
Let's see here.
I'm gonna try my own. Oh, what you call it right now?
Here we go. Hold on. This is 20 minutes, but we're not gonna watch all of it. We're just going to. We're just going to. But it's 7 buildings built on top of each other. So how did these people? And by the way, these things supposedly took hundreds of years to build.
Yeah.
But they built 7 layers in 500 years. That just does not add up, man. Not something built out of stone. Like, why you would replace it so quickly?
I mean, I don't mean to. I mean, actually, I'm about to praise, but like that Mexican work ethic, though, bro. Couldn't they do that? A couple weekends.
Yeah, but even if we could do it in one weekend with a case of beer, the thing is, it makes no sense. Why would you replace it perfectly to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger? But the way it was built, Novi, was like it's like a cap, right? Like they just like literally like imagine if I start off with a little teepee and then I build a bigger teepee and a bigger teepee and a bigger teepee. The teepees are just trapped inside of each other. This thing ain't working.
With this, okay, so Spanish work ethic, but not Spanish logic. I'm sorry, not even to say Spanish because I know that's a language or whatever. So when I refer to your ancient ancestors, what do you truly like identify? Like Mexican, right?
Mexicano, yeah. All right, here's a shorter one. Here's a 5-minute one. I actually have YouTube Red, so it should play, but I don't know why it won't.
Could we trying to find something truthful? You know how it be, man.
Yeah, let me close out my other ones. There we go. Let's see if that helps any.
Well, they say the same thing about the one in Israel too. It's like a temple on a temple built out of rock.
Yeah. The craziest thing is in Israel is that fort where where they all died defending it. That's carved out of a mountain.
What, Petra? Is that it? That's not in Israel. My bad. That's in Jordan. Yeah, bruh.
Here we go. So this is the heart of Tenochtitlan, which is Mexico City. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why it's not showing me more images. That's what I've been trying to show you is a fucking image.
Bottom, that's a prehistory though, right? I'm like catching a couple of these Spanish words popping out from time to time. And it looks like prehistory, so they would still consider that prehistory, right? Like
yeah,
primitive at a primitive time or whatnot.
See here. Now I'm trying to show you just an image, but let's see what this will do. See, but why wouldn't it just, normally Google will let me look at the image, not go to a site. All right, let's see here. See, mine won't even let me actually zoom into it. But see, the calendar stone, that's what was found, and that's what started the excavation.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see here. This motherfucker won't even let me go to it, man. Like I'm telling you, like it's funny because normally I can watch a really good video on it, and like suddenly it's like,
Interesting times, brother.
all right, I'll tell you what. Hold on, I'm gonna stop the share so you can start pulling up your next thing. But I'm not looking at my screen right now because I'm going into the regular search.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have to download the picture, I guess.
All right. All right. One segundo, friend. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do it this way. Gant G giant doors. There you go, bro. So this is why you got all these giant ancient doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is kind of what did it for me, because in DC there's a giant door close to the monument. And it kind of planted the seed, like, who is this door for? Why would you be so unutilitarian? You know what I mean? Especially if some of these doors are older than when they was doing like Renaissance art and starting to be more abstract. You know what I mean? Like the construction is older than people's inspiration to even be abstract. So why the big doors? What was it? Also,
All right, hold on. I'm coming back to you now. All right. So
go ahead, bro.
Giant doors.
Oh yeah, you see it?
No, at the moment I can't. There you go.
These old ancient giant doors. You know, who are these doors for?
And that wouldn't make no sense because you wouldn't want a door to be too big. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's meant for. And then you got look, bro. You got giant ancient books.
hey, hey, stop your share 1 second. Let me send you the best picture I
Look,
could
bro.
find.
You see, look at this. Who is this book for? That's real. Somebody was reading through this joint.
Yeah, that motherfucker's huge.
Look at that, bro. These joints is older, and then because you know, like Da Vinci, Renaissance art.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
What do you mean?
That era of time.
The Renaissance.
All right. Renaissance. See what up. All right, so the Renaissance, right? Like this. You got the alien up here, the UFO or whatever, giving the praises.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Last Supper is actually the zodiac. So you got 3 seasons, 3 seasons, 3 seasons, 3 seasons, not 3 seasons, 1 season, 2 season, 3 season, 4 season. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that's about. Um,
And then the pictures of Mary and Jesus, they if you move them, they interlock and make like a heart.
huh.
Like you notice how Mary and Jesus are leaning away from each other.
Right.
Yeah, actually, if you move them, they line right up perfectly. Like go back up to the Last Supper, right.
Mm-hmm.
No, they go to the real one. Like yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That real famous one. See
This one.
how she's resting her like the no the original one, the one you were just looking. Yeah, well that one right there. Yep.
Okay.
Notice how Mary, that's Mary right there beside Jesus, right?
Right.
Notice how she seems to be resting her head, and Jesus seems to be like resting his head lightly on something. Like
Mm-hmm.
like when you girl and you kind
Yeah.
of just like lean heads on each other. Notice how Mary's head will tuck into Jesus's neck, and they've actually done that with a computer, and it fits perfectly.
Oh wow. Wow. Yep, I can see it. It's like one of those dollar bill tricks.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so the Renaissance time is older, is younger than the time that this expressionist architecture would have been relevant for these giant doors. You know what I mean? So the people who would have quote unquote designed it wouldn't have had the inspiration to be abstract in their popular culture as it's told to us now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hey, look, let me share something.
all right, go ahead, brother.
All right, and it's still not the one I wanted to show you. So this is what they built over top of, right? The Aztecs did. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So they've actually done a special excavation, and it's actually in the part. Let's see here. All right, now I don't know exactly how to switch photos, so I'm just going to stop and start shares. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's see here.
All right, bro.
Well, damn, that's the same one repeated. Well, oh, that's my little man right there. And by the way, that's my little man right there. That's Luis Antonio. Oh, hold on, there you go. That's my little man right there. That's Luis Antonio.
No, that's what's
Uh,
up, brother.
that's the other day, and but
We
Luis Antonio.
You making human beings, bruh.
Yeah, making them's easy. It's taking care of them is the hard part. You know, making sure they don't need anything.
You got the blessing, bruh.
But like when my girl told me she was pregnant with my daughter, she said, "What are we gonna do?" And I said, "What do you mean? What we're gonna do? We're gonna raise a baby." And you know, we've been together since. But anyway, all right, let's see here. All right, you see these green, you see these green roofs right there, where you see the cathedral in the back.
Yeah.
They'll never be allowed to knock down the cathedral. Forget it. It's not even going to happen. Oh, and by the way, this is at where the Zócalo, which is the main plaza in Mexico, like in the whole country, the main plaza in the main city, right? So underneath of that, they excavated a little bit deeper, and they realized that the temple that the Spanish, the Templo Mayor, the main temple of the Aztecs that the Spanish saw, that was the newest iteration of it. They dug down and found the heart of it. And all the Aztecs did was build on top of it and build on top of it and build on top of it. But it does not make sense that you would build 7 fucking buildings in a span of 500 years. Like they basically, the time doesn't add up. Like to build these stone buildings takes a long time. Takes a long time.
Any record of where they got the stone from?
Nope.
Of course not.
But underneath those green roofs, and that's protected from rain, is fucking again is it's 7 layers deep of stone buildings. So I don't think they built it in that time frame. It just you're talking about 500 years, 7 buildings. I mean that just. I mean, there's stone buildings. There's stone buildings that they say are like 3,500 years old, and they've never been touched. They've never been added on to, and there's nothing that they were built on top of. So why would these guys make 7 buildings? Like, and I saw a video and it was really good. It was really good because it actually went down there. It's funny. You need to look into that, by the way. Look, seriously, like you need to look onto Templo Mayor, and it's actually the video that I saw was a bunch of tourists. Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right, hold on. I'm kind of lost at the moment. Give me 1 second. Okay. So you need to look it up. It's actually a tourist video. It's like 45 minutes long, but they go down in there, right? And so you can see all like you can see the 7 layers. Like I got a mobile home, bro. I'm not gonna build 7 fucking layers on top of it.
Right.
I might add on to it and then eventually scrap the whole fucking thing and start over, but I'm not gonna sit here and build the bitch up into like a 6-story building. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't the time frame. The time frame, it doesn't add up. They didn't become dominant there till 900 AD, and the Spanish fucked them up in 1492. So in 500 something years.
Again, they must have found it, man. They must have found it.
I mean, our calendar, like I said, that Aztec calendar has shit on there that happens every 8,000 years, 12,000 years, 50,000 years. There's actually one thing, again, is like 136,000 years. Where the fuck did they get that information? Because again, it's like this certain thing, it doesn't pop up and last 10,000 years. It pops up, it might last one night, might last 5 minutes. But in thousands of years, it won't happen but 5 minutes. These motherfuckers, not only did they know about it, knew it was important enough to write it down, to keep track and wait and be ready for it, right? So how does a 1,500-year-old civilization, not just in Mexico, but in other parts of the world, how do they have information that you'd need to literally be watching the stars for 50,000 years at least to have? How am I going to have, you know, a doctorates of information if I'm only starting pre-K?
Right, exactly.
It's not going to happen. And it's proven, like there's eclipses and certain cosmic events that not only the Aztecs but like the Egyptians and other people had, that again only happened once every many thousands of years. Like Halley's Comet is every what?
Yeah, what, 70, 100 years, something like that?
70.
300?
And that was a big fucking deal because Halley wasn't until like after the 1500. You're talking like 1700 when Halley discovered it, right? So that's a 70-year event, right? That people would die before they realized that there was the same one happening over and over and over.
Right,
So
right.
how do these motherfuckers know shit that happens every 70,000 years for again one night, and know that it's going to happen again in 70,000 years?
Because they was plotting it, man. Or somebody told them. Be like, yeah, we see y'all keep getting messed up. So look, follow this calendar.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
again, the calendar that the Aztecs had until only a little bit over 100 years ago was more accurate. Again, that calendar, by the way, is cycles, and the cycles last like 10,000 years, or I don't know how many thousands of years. And remember, because like 2012, it wasn't the end of the calendar. It's just the fifth cycle was starting, and it was unknown, and it was just misinterpreted.
Right.
I keep trying to get to go to documents. Hold on.
Huh?
Here we go. Google. And you know, I have the heart of the Aztec calendar tattooed on me, right?
Oh, yeah?
So it's a 52-year century. All right. Let's see here. See if this is gonna let me show you what I'm talking about. And by the way, everybody calls it a calendar. It's actually multiple calendars in one. Like it's actually, again, because like I said, eclipses.
You said it's by eclipses?
Yep.
Hmm.
Like it starts off like in a certain spot and it just twirls, and it just basically goes in it. Um, See, this is just going into other shit, day signs and this and that, but there's actually like
I don't know, bro.
Hold on one second, dude. Trying to get back to fucking. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, see, I noticed that right now that we're trying to share and we're talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
That it won't is not letting us yeah, see, it has that what I'm trying to tell you, what is not showing, what this shit's not letting me show you is that calendar shows like it shows 4 epochs. So when they talk about the world ending, when they talk about the epochs, it was when one ended and the other started, it was like big devastation and this and that. So the reason they thought that it would they end, when they thought it would end, it was not really ending. It was that the fourth one was the last one their gods told them about, right? Because their gods, by the way, they actually said their gods gave them the calendar. The gods told them and explained it to them. So that just repeats. It doesn't ever end. It just repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats like every so many thousands of years. But the point is that the after the fourth one, the gods didn't tell them shit. So, and see right there, it says something about 52 years, but no, trust me, it's more than that. It's more than that, and it won't. It talks about what it represents and this and that, but it doesn't tell you what they say any other time, which is um how long they lasted. And again, and it was like I think it was like 11,000 something years, something like that. And right now, of course, I'm noticing though, right now that we're talking about it, it doesn't really, because it had built into it the shit for the day to day, but it also had built into it um like a bigger calendar. Like I said, it was multiple calendars in one. And the solar part of that shit lasts like again like the epochs whatnot is like lasts like 11,000 years or something. And so, but right now that we're talking about it, it won't let me pull it up. Like it'll bring up like a stupid version of it. All right. And sorry, it was the Mayans that had it in that form, like that. There's actually been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is the Mayan calendar correct? It is extremely accurate, and the calculations of Maya priests were so precise that their calendar correction is 10,000th of a day more exact than the standard calendar the world uses today. Right? Okay, most historians think, all right, the start date of it was August 11th, 3114 BCE, before the Common Era, but before Christ is what they use nowadays. So that's the long count. And the great cycles. So the great cycles last 5,125 years. And so the one that ended on December 21st, 2012, that one was the last one that their gods told them about. Like, so after that, it wasn't that the world ended. It wasn't that the calendar was no longer worked. It was the fact that they did not get the information shared with them. And then the fact that there's temples and there's actual temples that they know are observatories, and that where they're at and what they were looking at lined up perfectly 10,000 years ago, not 1,000 years ago, like they tell us, like the temples of Egypt.
Like they drifted or something, right?
What it is that stuff, as the world spins, as the world's axis changes, it gets off. But like if they've done the calculations, and like say when the Gaza pyramids were lined up directly at Sirius, it was like 10 or 12,000 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think also for the Sphinx too, it was lined up looking at Leo.
Yep.
But some of these temples are actually off by the same degree also. So it's like levels of ancient. So you got this level of temple that's off by 23 degrees, but this level of temple that's off by 3 degrees, globally. Excuse me.
Yeah. So again, all these really fancy, really famous ancient buildings, sites are, again, they're not 3,000 years old like they tell us. They're a lot older than that.
Right. Yeah, bruh.
Well, look, dude. Hey, it was a good test run, bro. It's almost midnight, dog. I gotta go inside. I gotta eat something. I am starving.
All right. Well, shoot. Appreciate the cloudy history. We have to do it again, bro.
Give me 1 second. Don't hang up just yet. What I do with my damn.
Shout out to YouTube.
I gotta put my little light on because
real.
Poppy sees anybody walking around at night with a light. But yeah, like I said,
what you say, bro?
I said, all the shit that's in the world.
Yeah, I can't hear you no more.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All the shit that's in the world, like the time frames don't add up. But hey, man, look, hey, it was good talking to you, man. Give me a shot tomorrow.
All
right, bro. Hey. Oh shit, I got my light on. You can't see me. Hold on. All right, dude. Be good. Be safe. Brother. Hey, good talking to you, man.
Hey, talking to you, man.
Hey, it's good. Hey, it's true what they say. Black don't crack. You look just as young. I look old as shit. I got nothing but gray hair.
It's all right. We getting there too.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm all gray.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, brother. My best to the fam, brother.
Definitely. And look, once this coronavirus shit slows down, or I'll get results Monday. But think about what I said though, man. Maybe we need to do just the homeboys. Homegirls, just a small.
All right. Yeah, a little barbecue or something.
Let's do something here, man.
All right, brother. You take it easy.
You too, bud.
Peace.